The worst crimes in Reddit history. I'm not ready for this video, bro. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this video, cuz. I'm not ready for this video, cuz. Not at all. All right. Lock me in.
The front page of the internet, home to 1.6 billion.
Shut the fuck up. Let's turn you up a little bit.
Reddit, the front page of the internet, home to 1.6 billion monthly active users. It's an app for everybody, and with that, it has a dark side. This is a journey into Reddit's most disturbing users ever recorded. Starting with one of Reddit's oldest users, Carl H. His account opened back in 2006, less than a year after its release.
That's crazy. You still stink.
For the first couple of years on Reddit, he was barely known. Most of his activity was on political and religious posts. This is typical on Reddit, and it's what his account looked like for 3 years. But in September 2009, Carl H came up with an idea that would bring him fame in the Reddit world. Carl H made a post on R programming, offering a free programming course where he could share his 15 years of professional programming knowledge. He explained that he really enjoyed teaching other people how to program, and that with some spare time, he could help those running into issues on their programming journey. He explained that it's just me being nice and hopefully helping someone out. His offer interested many because within the next few hours, the post received hundreds of comments and Carl H's inbox blew up with programming requests. But he didn't just want to help a few people, he wanted to help everybody. So over the next few weeks, he made hundreds of posts as a free course for all levels of skill. From total beginner to weeks, he made hundreds of posts as a free course for all levels of skill. From total beginner to expert. Carl H spent much of his day helping users and replying to comments. If you look at his profile history, you'll see thousands of comments and posts where Carl H made somebody's life a whole lot easier. Carl H was even known to join Skype calls with various users to teach them, even creating a YouTube channel. And so a few months later, he now had over 8,000 followers on Reddit.
Shout out to Carl.
This is when he'd open up a free-to-use programming website called ComputerScienceForEveryone.com. This was a man willing to solve problems and really go the extra mile to help a stranger out. Over 2 years, Carl H gained traction and had over 20,000 followers on his subreddit, and his YouTube channel had over 30,000 subscribers, a phenomenal amount back in 2012. Simply put, the Reddit community loved him. So much so that on July 26, 2012, Carl H received the notable prize Redditor of the Day. But in the middle of November 2013, he suddenly vanished. Both Carl's Reddit and YouTube accounts just ceased operations. The programming subreddits continued, but somebody was missing. The silence was loud and his followers noticed something was off. So after a week, most just assumed he was on a break or too busy with something from work. Some even suggested it could have been health issues. But a couple weeks later, one Reddit user found an article about an individual named Carl Harold, the father of a 9-year-old child. This individual was a single father, left to take care of his boy, and Carl and his son lived with his romantic partner, Charles Dunavant. But Carl's son wasn't getting much of a life. See, the article claimed that after a lengthy FBI investigation, Carl Harold and Charles Dunavant were arrested for creating, participating in, distributing illicit images of an underage child.
It's always the children, bro. It's always the children, bro. How hard is it to just leave the fucking children alone, bro? How hard is it to just leave the children alone? Like, it's never like, no cap, I'd rather he blick someone down in cold blood. I'd rather he up blick than fucking touch the kids, bro. Stop touching children. Stop doing things to kids, bro. Stop.
And it was discovered that Carl's child had been held captive in his basement for at least 8 months. He was not allowed to go to school or see a doctor. Instead, it was Carl and his partner.
Oh, what?
Who would ethically abuse and film what they were doing, distributing the content online. The FBI found the adult content images posted online, and this led to a full investigation which led to their arrest. The case was ongoing. At first, most of Carl H's followers claimed it was unlikely that this was Carl H. Others claimed that even if it was the same Carl, an arrest didn't mean he's guilty. How was it possible this extremely helpful geeky programmer who helped thousands of people could commit such crimes?
Just because he had extensive knowledge, bro, and he was helping everybody else doesn't mean he wasn't using his powers for good, bro. He wasn't using his powers for good. On the surface, it seemed like he was, but behind closed doors, he wasn't using them for good, bro. Oh, bro, I hate when it's about kids, bro. Leave the kids out of it. Like, I don't understand how hard that is to just leave the fucking kids out of it, bro.
Crimes. It didn't seem likely that these two were connected. Just because they had similar initials really didn't mean they were the same person. But because this was Reddit, some people were curious if this really was the same person. And so these Reddit users would go over his Reddit account, where they would find some rather strange posts. In some of his earliest posts, Carl H would defend the Christian faith, and in many of his posts he would always talk about Christianity. For instance, in this post titled, "How Evangelical Children Learn About Abortion," the post brought out the controversial Jesus Camp documentary, and Carl H was in the comments defending Christian camps for children. Quote, "As a 12-year-old, I attended a Christian summer camp, had a fantastic time, had memories that will live with me forever, and I met new friends, and overall had a great time. There is nothing wrong with a Christian summer camp, and the vile hatred which exists against Christians is just plain wrong and totally unwarranted," which was the first bit of information about his child.
W. Carl for that take, but I don't know if I can rock with you for real, Carl.
Childhood. In other posts, he spoke about gay marriage and homosexual activity within the Bible. He explained how the Bible leaves no room for interpretation and that homosexuality was a sin. In fact, many of his posts consisted of these sorts of
That's a slippery slope.
controversial views, and he was happy to argue with anyone that didn't agree with him. But his religious background and anti-gay views directly contradicted the person in the article. This is a pattern that the world has seen time and time again. Anti-gay activists using homophobia as a front to hide their own homosexual tendencies. But eventually a comment was found where Carl revealed his name. Reddit can make it happen. What's your name? Carl Harold. And another post.
Checkmate, nigga. Like, checkmate, nigga. Like, it's over, bro. Oh, bro, leave the kids alone, man. Leave the kids alone.
Carl H spoke about his own child, saying he'd want to homeschool his 3-year-old. A post he made dating back 6 years, making his child 9 years old.
I knew that.
As soon as this was pointed out, reality settled in. Carl Harold was a kiddie toucher and with his own son. All of the talks about Carl H were that of pure hatred. He had hundreds of photos that would make anyone sick to their stomach. People were horrified about the man they were following. According to the reports, it was eventually clear that both men were involved, but for some reason it was said that Carl thought he stood a good chance to win the case. I mean, Carl was facing 18 accounts of charges, including conspiracy to commit sodomy, conspiracy to commit astral charges, and touching under 12 people, as well as aggravated child harm. To name a few.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is gonna take me some negative. If it's one thing that pisses me off more, it's when people attack the children, bro. Children are the most they're the closest thing to the most innocent, pure things in this world, and we just be like, I can't believe that some people just be touching the kids, bro. Leave the kids alone. They're I don't know how.
Carl was eventually arrested, the state assigned him a lawyer, who Carl declined and hired his own defense lawyer. However, this would prove to be in vain. Before the set time to appear in court on November 21st, Carl was found dead in his cell, because on November 3rd, Carl had taken his own life. As for his partner in crime, he was eventually sentenced to 56 years in prison.
Damn!
His media and his Reddit community showed no remorse, calling him a coward and a man who couldn't face the consequences of his own actions.
Yeah, bitch.
Quote, "Rest in pain and hope you're in hell." That's how Carl H went from Redditor of the Day to the most hated Redditor. But hiding who you really are on the internet is pretty simple, and the story of Galpticos is no different. Now, if you've browsed his Reddit account, you think a few things. He loves games, he loves memes, and he's probably a little bit depressed. Galpticos opened his account on September 2nd, 2017, and he quickly became, well, a nobody on the platform. He spent a lot of time on Reddit, making comments on subreddits like r/memes, Fortnite BR, and Ask Reddit. There was nothing that made Galpticos stand out from any other Reddit user. So why is he in this video?
He was a chill guy.
Over the 2 years Galpticos' account was open, he would slowly show signs of depression and alluded to how little he felt about himself. In a Reddit post titled, quote, "People who used to be straight A students but later changed, what happened?" we see Galpticos explain that he's been dealing with depression from when he was in high school. Quote, "Getting A's was super easy for me, but once I got into high school I became depressed. I was able to ace quizzes and tests, but my grade in the class itself would be B's simply because I didn't turn in any of the assignments or labs or whatever." Then over
Same. That was me in high school. I did, bro. Homework, bro. You look, when the test came, easy. Bro, homework, bro. I'm not doing that shit, bro. I was not doing homework. I was not doing what I at the time thought was more. I wasn't doing more than I had to.
Over his next few hundred posts on the platform, he'd casually noticed depression more and more. In another post, he claimed that he wished his parents were more strict,
don't say that, V.
because now he's a useless waste of space.
I was a smart
He joked
kid.
that he'd wish he was never born, and that he was forced to fake smiles out in public. But once again, in the Reddit world, he went unnoticed. Even if you browsed his average post, it was just a comment on some meme. But behind the scenes, the man behind the screen was a ticking time bomb, and something evil was cooking up inside of his head. Over time, the posts about self-hate continued. One post on Ask Reddit with the question, "What has been the most depressing moment / realization of your life so far?" Galpticos gave a glimpse of exactly what was going on in his head. Even though I was lucky enough to be born with a good family, a good home, have good friends, live in one of the most privileged countries in the world, and have the ability to fix any problems I have, I'm too useless to fix any of them, and I'm still unhappy. Nobody knew, but this person seriously needed help.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he wouldn't get it, and the consequences of this were way worse than you can possibly imagine. Farron Towid was a 19-year-old male who lived in Texas. He was semi-close with his older brother, Tanvir Towid, and although he didn't get the best grades in school, he did make it to university, but things didn't work out, as halfway through the year, Farron decided to drop out. So he moved back to his house in Texas with his family. Farron didn't do too much. He spent a lot of time playing games like Portal and Fortnite, or sat with the family while on his phone, and his online alliance was Galpticos, the one he'd chosen when he played Roblox when he was much younger. As you'd expect, Farron struggled with depression. While Farron didn't see a professional earlier in his life, apparently the person he spoke to about his depression didn't help too much. At least he was diagnosed with depression and got some medication, and it did seem like his life was going to get better. Farron and his brother made a 3D graphics engine, which he seemed to be proud of, motivating him to potentially return to college, or so he claimed, but it didn't amount to anything as his self-loathing held him back. Instead, Farron started to watch The Office. It was his only escape from reality.
He had bad self-esteem. He just had a very bad self-esteem. That it's a person, and I've been there before. I've been there before. It's the idea he has way higher, what's it called, expectations of himself than he. Not saying that than he should, because you should, but he, instead of striving towards those expectations, he crumbles under the pressures of meeting those expectations, and that's where he was. Bro made a 3D graphics engine. That's not something that people do every day. That's not something that most people know how to do. And instead of feeling like, he felt euphoria for a couple of seconds, and then his brain was like, all right, well, what more can you do? And that probably crushed him again. That's all it was. He needed a reality check, someone to really tell him, like, bro, you're actually like that fucking dude, bro. Like, he just needed a better self-esteem. He had self-esteem issues for sure.
But by the time the show finished, he felt like it was all finished and he had nothing left to do. And so on the day that Farron finished The Office, he spoke to his brother about depression. His brother was going through similar levels of depression, and so the pair made a pact. They agreed that if their depression wasn't cured within a year, the two would kill their entire family. Then turned out that if his brother was going through similar levels. The day that Farron finished The Office, he spoke to his brother about depression. His brother was going through similar levels of depression, and so the pair made a pact. They agreed that if their depression wasn't cured within a year, the two would kill their entire family, then turn the guns on themselves. They tried their best to improve, but a year was too long, so the pair changed the agreement to just a month. And many of the posts shown to you earlier was during the last couple of months of his life. And so the brothers started to prepare for their final day together. Tanvir purchased a firearm from the local store without an issue. He explained how easy it was to Farron, and he said he simply had to lie a little on the application. On April 5th, 2021, authorities were alerted to a very distressing note shared online by Farron. The Instagram post started with, "Hey everyone, I killed myself and my family," followed by a lengthy post. He went into extreme detail on his decision to end his and his family's life. A friend of Farron's called the police for a wellness check, but it was too late. As the police entered the property, they were met with the horrifying scene of blood and bodies around the house. Farron's grandmother, who was only there because it was Easter weekend, was also killed. The incident went unnoticed at first, only coming to light due to the concerning message posted online. The two would then take the lives of their family, after which they would take their own life. The police arrived on Monday. The suicide note Farron posted included statements like, "If I'm gonna die, I might as well get some attention." He shared his struggles with mental health challenges and his journey towards seeking a sense of relief, adding in a whole section about why The Office should have ended when Michael left. He then added in a section talking about his GitHub. The GitHub had the name Galpticos written in the file names, which was how people online managed to put the Reddit account to the person. And in his message, he shared his thought process behind his actions, highlighting his belief that it would prevent further sadness for others in his family by taking their lives as well. And whilst
I'm sorry. The random fucking office line would have really threw me off if I was reading a suicide note. I'm not gonna lie. Or a sewer slide note. If I was reading a sewer slide note, bro, and I read about the office in that bitch, I would have been like, whoa, what are we talking about? You get what I'm saying? Oh, that's rough though. That's rough. There was they should have got help. They should have got help. But the thing is, they also didn't even try to help themselves. They literally said, "Hey, we're gonna give ourselves a year," and then instantly turned around and said, "Fuck it, a year too long, bro. Let's make it a month." Like, y'all didn't even, like, you're not even trying to get better. Like, you weren't really trying. And, like, I don't know. That's so fucking horrible, dude. That's horrible. That's so sickening. Fuck Carl, though. Fuck Carl. This is just a sad kid that needed some help. Fuck Carl. Fuck Carl. Carl, bitch.
As he didn't reach out for help himself, the next person on our list did. And this didn't mean a happy ending. Jason in hell went to our relationship advice and posted a long, detailed Reddit post after he'd found out his wife had cheated on him. Quote, I'm having a...
Oh my god. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Getting cheated on is enough for you to want to crash out. I'm not gonna lie.
Hard time coping with my wife having cheated on me with our neighbor. The now deleted post was over 1,700 words long, and as his username suggests, was a story of a person named Jason living with a wife that made him feel like he was living in hell. And Jason in hell wanted to know if it was his time to take his life, but no one.
I'm jumping. If you get cheated on, bro. Getting cheated on is just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, fuck. I've never been cheated on, but like, I don't know. I've never been cheated on, but like, I've had moments where I like losing your trust in someone that you love. Like, I've lost trust in like my past significant others. One second, the fucking mic is not in the thing correctly. But like, losing trust in another person is always just like fuck. But like, someone cheating on you, it's like, you could have just broke up with me, bro. Like, you could have just left. You get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't. And like, I don't know. And also too, like, they say don't get mad at like the person they cheated on you with, which is real. You need to get mad at your significant other. But I'm also mad at the person they're cheating on me with, honestly. Like, because of the fact, like, 9 times out of 10, like, anytime I've heard about people getting cheated on, the other person knows that they're in a relationship and they just don't care. And that's just sickening to me. Also, too, like, cheating on someone 9 times out of 10, it's not even off the feeling. You just literally want coochie or dick or whatever you prefer. Like, you're not even like doing it for the, como se dice, you're not doing it for the reasons of getting in a relationship with this person. You're doing it strictly off of a feeling. And that is like, that is disgusting. It's just disgusting. Yeah, no. That's, bro. That's fucking annoying. Anyway, continue. And then also, she cheated on him with the 50-year-old neighbor. Come on, bro.
Possibly imagine that this would lead to such a horrifying and tragic outcome.
They had
the
kids.
Starts with Jason in hell explained that all his issues started in May 2015. At the time, he was extremely busy with a new project at work and was working very long hours. One of the days he was home, he found that his wife, Brandy Worley, also aged 30, had put a password on her phone, which was odd as she'd never done this before.
Putting a password on your phone and you've never had a password on your phone before is OD kind of crazy. Because, like, there's no way that you just randomly woke up and you were like, I need a password on this bitch. It would make sense if, like, she got her phone taken, like, stolen one day, and, like, they got in all their shit. But, like, nah. Just randomly putting it on, nah.
Finding this unusual, Jason quickly called it out with Brandy. She reasoned that she was planning a Father's Day surprise and that she didn't want him to see and ruin it. But eventually she left.
Cap. She said, I'm planning a Father's Day surprise and I don't want you to see it. Bro, what? Like, 9 times out of 10, See, this is like the art, L liar. You feel me? I was just about to say the art of lying, bro. Don't lie about something I wouldn't really give a fuck about. I'm not saying he wouldn't give a fuck about a Father's Day surprise, but trust me, bitch, he wouldn't go through your phone looking for that. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like no one's gonna. To me personally, no one's gonna go through your phone unless you give them a reason to go through your phone. Like the average person not gonna give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna give a fuck about your phone until like I'm walking up to you, and then every single time I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" You're like, "Oh, or you hit me with one of these every single time we talking." That's the only fucking time, bro. That's the only time. That's the only time I'm gonna give a fuck. Like I'm gonna be like, "Ah, shit, what's on your phone?" type shit. You feel me?
That's out the surprise. Brandy had
Like I honestly, I don't even think it's like weird that people take their phone everywhere with them. Like some people will be like, "Oh, he always takes the phone to the bathroom with him." Hey, bro, if I'm taking a shit, I'm gonna watch YouTube while I'm taking a shit, bro. Like I don't know. Like I feel like we're in a time where it's second nature to always have your phone with you. So I don't know why. I don't know.
organized that their neighbor would build an office for him. What struck Jason as odd though was that she said she had felt guilty, whereas before, in all the 6 years that they were married, she said she never regretted anything. So why
What?
guilty? Even though the secret was now out, Brandy kept her passcode on the phone, and over the next few weeks, Jason often watched as Brandy smiled at her phone, but if he asked about who she was talking to, she would mumble some excuse and then put her phone away. Finally, Jason felt anxious enough about the situation, waited until she was in the shower, and grabbed the phone before the screen turned off. He opened her messages and found one little suggestive and sexy message sent to his neighbor.
Hey, that nigga got W fucking reflexes. He got W fucking reflexes. In the time she put down her phone to get into the shower, got in the shower, because me personally, bro, my phone, bro, let me put down my phone for any amount of time, bro. My shit instantly go to the little dark screen and then turns off. Like instantly, bro. Like that shit quick as fuck. Bro, W reaction, right? You feel me? W reaction time, bro. He literally,
Message
it was in God's plan for her to get caught.
read, "I'm all covered in frosting. You want to lick it off?" Jason didn't overreact. Instead, he justifies
Mine's automatic. You feel me? Mine's automatically just shuts off, dude. Like I'm all covered in frosting. You want to lick it off? If I see that in my woman's phone, I hope she slip in the shower. Bro, I hope she slip in the shower.
"I'm all covered in frosting. You want to lick it off?" Jason didn't overreact. Instead, he justifies it that was probably a bad joke. After all, this was the only message between the two. So a couple weeks pass, the office is taking a long time to complete, and the neighbor is at his house often. Call it intuition, but Jason smells something is up. So he starts looking at Brandy's GPS and discovers that there are time gaps missing from her location. He didn't want to call Brandy out for nothing and start a fight, so he told Brandy that he needed to install a VPN on her phone.
You know, W husband though. Like he is perfectly, like he's a good husband for anyone that's not that bitch. Bro, he a good husband for anyone that's not that bitch, because he's not even like you hear the things that he's saying. He's like, I'm not trying to just like start a fight over nothing. Like I need concrete evidence. Like he's trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, almost to a fault. But like he's trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she's just, hey, Jason, bro, I hope this ends well for you, bro. I hope this ends well for you. You're just trying to be a cool dude.
In the background, Jason stores a GPS system that he can remotely switch on and off, and an AT&T message backup so that he can access every message sent to and from his wife. At this point, Brandy was still under the impression that Jason was none the wiser. Soon after this, Brandy takes the kids to Jason's mum for the day, while Jason is at work while also watching the activity on her phone. Brandy first tries to see the neighbor, but he's busy with other projects. So later that evening, Brandy, Jason and the two kids go out to supper with their neighbor, his girlfriend and his son. The ladies enjoy their evening and then suggest they go watch a movie, Magic Mike XXL. Jason then suggests that he and the neighbor will watch. Jason and the two kids go out to supper with the neighbor, but he's busy with other projects. So later that evening, Brandy, Jason and the two kids go out to supper with their neighbor, his girlfriend and his son. The ladies enjoy their evening and then suggest they go watch a movie, Magic Mike XXL. Jason then suggests that he and the neighbor will watch the kids. The men are in the living room on the couch opposite each other. The kids are in another room playing. And that's when the messaging starts. Brandy is messaging him about sex acts that she wants to do to him, and the neighbor is responding all the while Jason is reading in real time all the messages between the two. Then she tells the neighbor to go
Crazy work. Crazy work. You know how he better have up Blake. He better have up Blake. You know how disrespectful that is, bro. First off, gotta fight him. Bro, you gotta fight him, bro. That's a fade automatically. You're in my crib. You are in my crib. In my face. Texting my wife. I'm right across. And I bet you no reaction. No reaction. He doing this shit like it's normal. Ooh, I need it. I need it.
go look on Snapchat, and there's a picture of her masturbating in a bathroom stall. Then they planned when to have sex, and it was decided on Monday.
Dirty bitch. Dirty bitch. You sent a video you masturbating in a bathroom stall at the movies. Ain't no words. You just gotta run up on him. Bro, it ain't no words exchanged, bro. I'm beat his ass. I'm beating his ass, and bro, no, bro. Like I said, the disrespect was already there. Nasty. She's filthy. In a movie theater stall is fucking filthy.
Monday, when Jason was at work, Jason's not reacting, but then she says she loves him, and the neighbor says, "You're my girl now." Jason is about to crack, but he somehow keeps composed. Remember, Jason is in the same.
Hope she catches something. Oh, they about to catch something. These fucking hands. Oop, yeah, you feel me? That's why I paused it, bro. This nigga said, "I love you," and bro said, "You're my girl now." I'm hitting, bro, with the smoothest. You feel me, bro? Oh yeah, no, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm going crazy. Bro, on me, I'm coming in. I'm making sure you can see it too. I'm making sure you can see. I'm lighting that bitch up. I'm lighting it up, bro. It's so up, bro. It's so up, bro. I'm lighting that bitch up. He fucking got it, bro. He fucking got it.
Jason is about to crack, but he somehow keeps composed. Remember, Jason is in the same room as the man he's seen his wife cheat on him with.
Better man to me.
But there are kids in the room, and he's not a violent person.
Better man to me.
He waits.
Better man to me.
The ladies come back from the movies. Jason makes sure the kids are in another room, and he gets.
Hey, no bullshit. No bullshit. What the neighbor's wife look like? What the neighbor's wife look like? Cause I get, man, fuck it. I'd be like, look what they saying. You know what we about to do Monday? You feel me, bro? Like, come on.
Gets everybody together. He then confronts Brandy and his neighbor. So, you two love each other, huh? He then confronts movies. Jason makes sure the kids are in another room, and he gets everybody together. He then confronts Brandy and his neighbor. So, you two love each other, huh? Brandy flat out denies this, while the neighbor's girlfriend is hitting his neighbor. Then he asks his wife if she was texting him. She denied this until he showed her the message.
You know, for you to lie to me, though, because that's a direct question. It's not, hey, so like, what y'all got planned for Monday? You feel me? If I look, see me, I like to play chess when I ask a nigga a question. I'll be like, hey, what y'all doing Monday? If you lie to me then, I'm gonna ask you a direct question. All right, so like y'all love each other, huh? You can't lie then, bro. If you lie then, bro, you just showing me that you a liar. Not saying that she's not already a liar, bro. But like if someone, bro, it's different. If someone was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" If someone was like, "What do you do in your free time?" And I was like, "Nah, you know, bro, I play like video games and shit. You know, watch YouTube." And then if someone was like, "So like, how many followers you got on Twitch?" That's a direct question. You get what I'm saying? You already know. You already know, bro. I'm dead to rights. Like I would look stupid to sit there and be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, what do you mean? What am I talking about, bro? Damn. This stool would get high as fuck. I was just trying to take some of the pressure off my knees. I'm high as fuck. Oh my god. There you go. I was just trying to take the pressure off my knees, bro. Fuck. All right, there you go.
She takes ownership, but says it was the first time it had gone so far. Then he asked if she had sent pictures to him. Again, she denied this until he showed her again, and she says it was the first time. He then asked if they're having sex.
I'm not believing none of that shit. It was the first time. Bitch, you just lied to me 3 fucking times in a row, bro. Even if it was the first time, now I definitely don't believe it.
Until he showed her again, and she says it was the first time. He then asked if they're having sex. She says no, and because there's no evidence, Jason is forced to accept her denial. The neighbor's girlfriend defends them, saying that it couldn't have been that serious. But Jason tells Brandy that he is leaving her. Brandy takes this as
the neighbor's girlfriend says it couldn't be that serious. See, bitch, this is exactly why you're the girlfriend and not the wife. Because you're dumb as shit. What do you mean it's not that serious, bro? We have visual evidence. She either A, she in it with him, or B, I don't know. She's just a dumb bitch. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
As a moment to manipulate Jason. She explains that even if he tries to leave, she will make sure that she gets custody of the kids. She brings up her...
Oh. Even if he tries to leave, I'll get custody of your kids. Chris fucking Breezy. Christopher Brown. I think it's reasonable. Look, my mom, you know, she told me not to hit women, but she said it's a certain point that they can push you to. And I completely understand that. That right there, I don't know. Not the government. You need to understand I was serious.
Jason attempted suicide and how she could convince the judge he is unfit. The neighbors leave and they fight for the rest of the night. They continue to argue all weekend and decide to separate. That Monday, Jason's in a meeting and he gets a call from his wife to say that he must come home and explain to the kids why they are leaving. She had told them she had to leave because Daddy was angry at her and that they had to come with her. The eldest of the 2 kids, Tyler, thought that because he had to leave too, Daddy was angry with him too. And of course, Brandy did not correct his assumption.
I hate bitches. Not all women are bitches, but some women are
assumption. Charlie, at age 2, also ends up crying because her big brother is crying. So then Jason goes home to his crying children and realizes that he is going to damage his kids. So he begs Brandy to stay. And as if Jason hasn't been put through enough already, Brandy has the audacity to order Jason to apologize to the neighbor if she wants her to stay for the kids' sake. As the neighbors
apologize to the neighbor. Oh, you got resilience of a lion, Jason.
Kids are social with their kids. So Jason apologizes even though he didn't want to, and quite frankly, he never should have.
Yeah, he never should have.
So a year goes by, and lo and behold, Brandy sends the neighbor another picture, and when confronted, she says it was meant for him. Jason has been enduring this hell for the past year and has come to the end of his tether, which is why he's on Reddit asking what he should do. His marriage is fake, his job has taken a hit, he hardly sleeps, and he's just emotionally spent. The Reddit comments were all straight and direct, some harsh, some comforting, some offering him advice on the
I can't believe you stayed with her. I can't believe you begged her to stay. I can't believe you apologized to the neighbor. Yeah, no, you gotta go. I can't believe she murdered the children. That wasn't part of the story.
legal side of it, but in the end, it was obvious that
there's really no perfect decision there. As a kid who grew up in / after a nasty divorce, it really fucking sucked. Yeah, but you gotta be happy, bro. Smack the shit out of that old man. Go to an attorney. I hope you saved all the evidence and talk about the ways to get custody of your children. Your wife is a twat. Hey, the cosmic serpent. I like you, bro. I like you, bro. I like you.
Majority agreed that he should get out.
Oh, wait, what was that last one?
Offering him advice on the legal side of it. But in the end, it was obvious that the majority agreed that he should get out. And it did.
Fuck. Hey, man. Say, man, bro. Let me
Some offering
Let me
him
get that
advice on
last
legal
one, bro.
settlements.
This
In the end,
bitch
it was
long as
obvious that
hell.
The majority agreed.
He should have got a lawyer as he had all the information together. It's been over a year now, and the wife knows he knows. He has no more hidden cards, and the element of surprise is gone. Apparently, OP made the wrong decisions and caved to her blackmailing. Even if he had a good reasons to do it, still wrong decision. And given more power in this scenario, I think the best thing he can do now is suck it up and keep on going. I don't think he should suck it up. He's got to leave. Whether he showed his ass or not, bro, you gotta go. It's not, bro. He mentally is spent, dude. He gotta go, bro.
That he should get out, and it did give him the push he needed to get a lawyer and get out of his marriage. He writes back that while he did ask her to go to counseling, she didn't want to fix it. So he has taken their advice and is meeting with a lawyer next week to get himself and the kids out. This is where the story should have ended. Jason would have gotten divorced, as thousands do, and moved on. Sadly though, the day after Brandy got the divorce papers, at 4:45 AM, a 911 call was made that was enough to make you sick.
Montgomery County 911, where's your emergency?
203 South.
Hey, trigger warning. I don't know what they're about to say, but trigger warning.
Addison Street,
In what town?
Darlington.
Hey, what's going on there?
I just stabbed myself and I killed my 2 children.
You stabbed?
She did! No. Oh my god, I accidentally just scared the shit out of my cat, bro. My fault, Zook. There's no fucking way, bro. What the fuck? I know you bro. I hate this bitch, man. Oh my god.
Yourself and killed your 2 children?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what's your name?
Brandy Worley.
Brandy what?
Worley.
Okay. How do you spell your last name?
Worley.
And where are the children at?
In my daughter's room on the floor.
In your daughter's room on the floor? Okay. And what caused you to do this today?
My husband wanted a divorce and wanted to take my kid. I won't let him find my kid.
Okay, and how old are your children?
7 and 3.
10 and 3?
7.
7 and 3?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you stab yourself at?
In the neck.
Okay, are you bleeding?
Yeah, there's blood everywhere.
Okay, and where are you at?
In my living room.
You're in their living room?
Mm-hmm.
Are you armed now with the knife still?
No, it's in my children's room.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, where's your husband at?
Downstairs somewhere.
Okay, what's his condition?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
And when you say downstairs, is he in a basement or?
Yeah.
Okay, what's his name?
Jason.
Is what?
Jason.
Nathan?
Jason.
Jason?
An eerie, calm Brandy tells the dispatcher that she has killed her 7-year-old son and 3-year-old daughter and stabbed herself in the neck.
She's so casual about it. She's a sociopath. Bro. Words can't explain how I feel about the bitch. Like, this is your fault. Like, she's definitely a sociopath. This is your fault. You decided to cheat on your husband. No one told you to do that. No one forced you to do that. You decided to cheat on your husband. So when you cheated on your husbands, you should have been ready for the consequences of your actions. And even with that being said, you got caught and he stayed. And then you decided to do it again. You have no one to blame but yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself. And then you do this selfish ass shit, bro. Because she has no empathy or remorse. None at all. And then she fucking killed her kids for what? For what? Like, come on, bro.
She doesn't sound remorseful or anything. As the dispatcher asks her more questions, you can hear that even he is battling to have empathy. In the middle of the night, she woke up her son and stabbed him to death in her daughter's room. This woke up her daughter, whom she consoled to go back to sleep, and then proceeded to stab her to death as well. The dispatcher asked why she did it, and she simply said that her husband wanted a divorce and wanted to take the kids. When asked where Jason is, Brandy says he's in the basement and she hasn't spoken to him yet. Brandy had called her mother before calling 911, and when her mother came over, the dispatcher asked her to confirm Brandy's story. And upon entering her granddaughter's room, she started screaming, "My babies!" And I just don't know. The police arrived just as the screaming woke Jason. Jason found his mother-in-law in the kitchen screaming.
And this nigga has nothing now. This nigga, he already felt like his world was shattering when his wife, the woman he loves, cheated on him. Bro is a saint. Jason Worley, bro, you are truly a fucking saint and an angel, bro. I don't know how you dealt with all this, but shit, dude. Like, words cannot explain, bro. He's probably like, because the only reason he came back to her was for his kids, and then that's fucking rough, bro.
When Brandy sees Jason, she tells him, "Now you can't take my children away from me." Jason hasn't grasped what is going on, but as the police let him out of the house, he hears the report of his 2 deceased children on the radio. Brandy tells the paramedic that she had intended to end her life and that she somehow screwed it up. The autopsy would later show that Brandy had stabbed both children multiple times and saved little effort for herself. It was also later found that it was all premeditated. Earlier that evening, Brandy had gone to the store to buy the knife that she used to kill the children. She had told Jason it was for pipe cleaners.
Gotta put me at the psych ward after that.
Then she hid the knife in her room. Brandy initially pleaded temporary insanity, but later changed her plea to not guilty. While her lawyers argued that her cold demeanor was a result of her detaching to cope with what she had done, it did not spare her
My thing is, bro,
justice.
Look at her, dumbass, fucked up, killing herself, bro. Hey, no, that's a sick joke from God. That's a sick joke from God, bro. He said, "Oh, you about to do all this dumb shit? Hey, guess what? You're gonna be alive to see the repercussions." Hey, W God, bro. He made sure that she was alive to see it, cause you gonna suffer for what you did, bro. But yeah, no, you gotta suffer for what you did, cause bro, it's just like. She's just making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision and assuming, like, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I really don't know what she thought. Like, she just thought everything was gonna be cool, bro. Like,
she was sentenced to 55 years for the murder of her son and 65 for the murder of her daughter. But on the Reddit side of things, most figured that they'd heard the end of Jason in hell. He went silent for a while. One Reddit user did make the connection of a news article about the death of the 2 children, but making a connection as such was a stretch, so nobody thought much of it. A couple weeks later, Jason in hell returned, confirming what had happened and answered some questions. For Jason, well, his life had just changed in the most drastic way possible. Jason spoke about how he had to go back to the house where his children were murdered, and although the cleaners had come and gone, he swore he could still smell blood in his daughter's room. He left the house saying he just couldn't stay there. He also stated that he failed as a father to protect them, and he was also left questioning if he could have stopped her. Brandy suggested sleeping on...
I think he could have stopped her, but and here's the thing, bro. I think what she was really trying to do, though, was because obviously she said bro was in the basement. He was probably sleeping down there because he didn't hear any of this. So he's probably already asleep. They said the screams woke him up. I think what she was trying to do was to kill all 3 of them and then plan it on him. I think that's what it was. That's the only thing that could have made sense. I think she was going to kill all 3 of them, and she was hoping that when 911 showed up that they would be like, oh, Jason, what did you do? You get what I'm saying? She was going to try to plan it on him.
On the couch instead of the mattress in the basement, and Jason often wonders if he had slept on the couch, it might have changed the outcome, or he could have died with them. Jason posted an update.
At that point, I would have wanted to
die. The post tells of thoughts of unaliving herself and using alcohol as a means of sleep. Fortunately, his family intervened before it became a problem. He also tells how his in-laws continue to be a problem in his life, to the extent that they don't allow him to be at his children's graves unwatched. His parting words are wise and sweet. Jason encourages all to take the time to spend with their loved ones. He ends up saying that he is grateful that his last words to his children were, "I love you. Good night. I will see you in the morning."
W Jason, bro. W Jason. He a good dude. Hey. W fucking Jason, bro. Good dude. Great dude. Everybody else though, fuck you.
Lame, man, y'all so damn unoriginal that y'all about to take my name. So don't start to think that we similar, nigga, we do not really the same. For comparison, I'm in Paris and you walking on a plane. Yeah, I'm that nigga static, so no, I gotta let you have it.